The backlash against Instagram just keeps getting crazier and crazier, and it's recently at a point where the head of Instagram, our old friend Mosseri, had to jump in and make a clarification video statement that, well, maybe made things even worse. But let's quickly go to the beginning of this latest avalanche of issues that just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It kind of began back when they started testing the new full screen aka TikTok clone feed. People just don't like it. I just tell you how it is. Just take a look at my comments. They even have an official Instagram TikTok account. Just take a look at their comments. And I get it, Instagram being Instagram, who built most of their business straight up by copying other functions, they must have seen TikTok's crazily rising popularity and they were like,
well, how can we use this for our business?
Let's just copy it one by one, like we did with so many things before.
Yeah, great idea.
The only problem this time is they're not TikTok, and I think they forget that they're actually Instagram, their own platform, and it's just different. People prefer different things. They're not TikTok. Yeah, it's crazy to even talk about this, but I honestly think they sort of gotten confused. Now, last week, the angry mob kind of hit its peak when this post made its rounds. Make Instagram Instagram again. Stop trying to be TikTok. I just want to see cute photos of my friends. Sincerely, everybody. And so many people shared this. More than 2 million people actually liked this. Lots of blue check marks there with lots of likes on the comments. And also, it's kind of interesting to me since it's just a regular feed post, you know, a photo post. It's still 2 million likes, so it seems like photo posts are not dead after all, right? Yeah, contrary to popular belief, they're actually not dead. I have students who've recently managed to grow their pages pretty well just from feed posts like this. Yeah, but yeah, that wouldn't really fit the rage right now, would it? Anyway, this is where it gets interesting. Even the number 2 biggest account on Instagram, depending on how you see it, since Instagram's account is the biggest Instagram account, I still don't get it. But number 2, let's just say Kylie Jenner shared this post. And we all remember what happened the last time she said she doesn't use, for example, Snapchat anymore. Now, because of this huge pressure from their users, but also probably because of increasing concern from their shareholders, who are we kidding? Mosseri himself, the head of Instagram, shared a video addressing these concerns people have. And reading between the lines, yeah, it's sort of complicated. First of all, the big thing that he actually said is that their recommendations and their new home feed test, you know, the TikTok clone,
it's not yet good. And we're going to have to get it to a good place if we're going to ship it to the rest of the Instagram community.
By the way, did you actually know that you can pause all recommendations on your feed for 30 days by pressing these 3 dots on a recommended post, choosing not interested, and then hit snooze all suggested posts in feed for 30 days. Maybe you can even tell this to some of your followers, maybe make a reel about this, you know, just letting people know, or a story. Now, talking about photo posts and regular posts getting less and less reach, he said the following.
The second thing I'm hearing a lot of concerns about right now are photos and how we're shifting to video. Now, I want to be clear. We're going to continue to support photos. It's part of our heritage. You know, I love photos. I know a lot of you out there love photos too. That said, I need to be honest. I do believe that more and more of Instagram is going to become video over time. We see this even if we change nothing. We see this even if you just look at chronological feed. If you look at what people share on Instagram, that's shifting more and more to videos over time. If you look at what people like and consume and view on Instagram, that's also shifting more and more to video over time, even when we stop changing anything. So we're gonna have to lean into that shift while continuing to support photos.
Did you notice that he actually just said we're continuing to support photos, like it's sort of the side thing, and not we're continuing to push photos and make better recommendations for regular posts? Just a side note, and I don't know if it's just me, but did he seem a little frustrated about this whole thing to you too? Like subcommunicationally? Let me know in the comments. With that being said, according to my own data from my research from my agency and from my students, photos are still being pushed and lots of creators still grow just posting regular posts. Yeah, getting recommended, you know, in this recommended feed and all. And over the past few months, this trend has clearly gone upwards. I have hard data on that, which is something people tend to forget with, you know, all these negative news floating around all the time. He also said something even more interesting. He said even if they wouldn't change anything on their algorithms, people still would lean more into video because that's what their data shows, which is probably true to some extent. And I personally believe video content is where it's at. You know, especially in the long run, especially in terms of building a fan base, a business, and a whole strong community. Obviously, people are going to relate way more to moving images, to micro expressions, to everything that comes attached to a living person actually appearing in front of you on the screen, as opposed to just a static image. With that being said, and I have to challenge him a little bit, what if this shift that they see, people favoring video posts a little bit more, is not happening because people are generally more interested in videos, but because people actually have the urge to share more videos because they know the algorithm is favoring it. Talking about the infamous algorithm chase that we've once discussed, the chicken and the egg problem of social media. We don't know what came first. Now, I personally believe Instagram is really at a tough spot right now, and they're probably really nervous losing so much steam to TikTok. And right now, they're just trying to balance all of these things together without having a clear strategy in mind. This is what you can see. Seems like they're really just overwhelmed with a lot of things, which is okay. I struggle with the same things constantly, but they're Instagram, They're a multi-billion-dollar company. And it feels to me that they're probably in a big existential crisis right now because they know that they kind of need to switch things up because social media is just evolving. That's just how it works. But then again, the things that they do right now obviously don't really work. And the backlash is probably bigger than they've expected. I've made a video about this actually, talking about their existential crisis, possible ways to fix this, and the moment that I believe it started to go drastically wrong. You can watch it right there.